All right, so it's Florida with Vice back with another video. Figured I'd come to y'all with an update on the Honda. As you can see, I did get in an accident since the last video of the Honda, so ended up breaking my wrist. I got a plate in there. It's a couple parts that I got to replace on this. I got a little story time I got to tell y'all. I'm just gonna do like a little time lapse, but yeah, I'm gonna go over the parts that I do have to replace. As you can see, my steering stem did bent. Good thing that I got that billet steering stem clamp on there. This whole thing probably would have bent my frame. So if y'all out there looking for a steering stem clamp, get that Lone Star steering stem clamp. It'll save you if something happened like this. They also got to replace these grips on here, these lock-on grips, these ODI grips. I got to replace those. All these parts I do have currently, so yeah, we're just gonna go through it. The gas tank did blow up too during the crash, and the axle hub cracked in half. I got my battery charged too. I took the battery off and I'm getting it charged. But yeah, got some new decals on here, as you can see, and I got some new front plastics because the old ones cracked as well. So without further ado, I'm just gonna jump into the time lapse and tell y'all what happened. All right, so this happened back in March of 2025. Me and my girlfriend and a couple of friends, we went out riding in this field, not too far away from my house, actually. And we were having a good time. You know, we had a grill out there. We had a tent, a couple of guys on the dirt bikes. We were having a good time. So in this field, we was riding around probably about an hour. I ventured off. It was me and my girlfriend. We were riding. And that's one mistake that I did make, having her ride on the back of the quad with me. And the second mistake that I made is us not wearing protective gear. So I thought nothing of it, you know. I figured this was going to be my last ride before I was heading out. And long story short, I was riding on the grass, going probably about 40 when we hit a pothole. I did not see the pothole because the pothole looked like it was blended in with the grass. The field had grass in it and the pothole had grass in it, if you know what I mean. And if you guys remember my last video, I had just put a new clutch basket in there. I just put a new starter gear, and I was wondering why my quad wasn't shifting right. So I wasn't even really paying attention to the trail. I ended up hitting the pothole at like 40 miles an hour. Now, mind you, the pothole was like 20 feet in front of me before I actually realized that it was there. So it was too late for me to actually maneuver. And if you guys know, if you have someone on the back of you, on a back riding with you, it's hard to maneuver anyway. So I was just praying for the best, but I hit the pothole at 40 miles an hour. And my girlfriend, I flew off first, and my girlfriend, she flew off right after me. And I'm laying on the ground, I'm watching my quad flip. She ended up being okay. The gas tank blew up in the process, as I explained in this video, and bent the steering stem, broke the front plastics, and I ended up getting rushed to the hospital. I had gasoline all over me. My balls was burning, but ended up getting rushed to the hospital. Had to pay them people $10,000. They also sent me a $93,000 bill that we talked ourselves out of. So yeah, ended up paying a $10,000 bill because I didn't have insurance. Also, another dumb decision. I'm riding quads without insurance. So yeah, long story short is, guys, you be careful out there. If you're gonna ride, make sure you scour the trails. Make sure you wear protective gear, and also make sure you have insurance. But yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and y'all have a good day. All right, so we got all the plastics on. I'm finna change these grips out real quick. But yeah, you can see how it's looking. I still got to put the front side fenders on, but I still got to screw down the front fender, the hood. And we got the Hauser steering stem on, as you can see. It looks shorter than the other one, but yeah, we almost there. These handlebars are bent. I can see it now, but we're gonna change those out later down the line. First things first is getting this finished and then figuring out what I want to do with it next. Thinking about trading it. I want a Honda 250R, but I'm also thinking about keeping it. I'm in between But yeah, I'm gonna put these grips on and I'm gonna come back to y'all probably tomorrow. You're gonna see this whole thing finished. But yeah, y'all stay tuned. All right, so we got the rear hub off. I'm recording off the GoPro now, so a little better quality. But yeah, we got the rear hub off, and you can see what happened to that. I'm gonna call Durablu and see if because these are expensive. I'm gonna see if they could replace that one for me. This one is all right over here. No cracks or anything in it. I had that same problem with the last one. I had to buy new ones because these just cracked. Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Durablu about that. But yeah, we just gotta replace this. I gotta put the battery cover back on, and I might put those fenders on. I'm still thinking about it. We got the front decal on. I don't like the fenders that they brought because they look like the OEM ones. I'm probably gonna do like a little race cut on them, as you can see over here. I had went ahead and put the decals on, but I might do a little race cut and just cut it right here, just like that. I'm gonna see if I could do that, but yeah, without messing it up. But yeah, I'll be right back. When I come back, the rear tire will be back on, and I'm gonna do a little startup for you guys. But yeah, all right, so we finished. I ended up finding a new hub for the rear. I'm gonna have to call Durablu because that hub is loose. So as you can see, that wheel is still loose in the rear. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to bring this into my mechanic and have him go through the engine. Sadly, I believe the shift forks is bent. So as I was talking about in a little story time, the real problem while I was shifting weird, I believe the shift forks is bent. So I just turned it on and it popped in gear by itself. I also lost the air screw down here. Yeah, like I said, I ended up getting a couple stitches in my hand. I got a plate in there now, costing me 10K. I know a lot of you guys out there, man, why you pay for that? You ain't had to pay for it. They made me pay for it before I walked to the surgery center. So there's no ducking and dodging that. But yeah, we got it done. Go ahead, crank it up for you guys. Like I said, it did pop in the gear, so I'm not gonna rev it. The gas is on already. I already cranked it up, so it's not really a cold start, but put the key in real quick. I'm trying to figure out if it's a key hide for this. Put the key in. All right, so we got it on. As you can see, it pops in the gear by itself. It don't want to stay on. So that's one problem that I'm having. So I believe it's the shift forks. I'm gonna have my mechanic go through and look at it. I'm gonna try to crank it up with the clutch. See, it popped in the gear by itself again. Looking like it's gonna be a bottom end rebuild, so bad news, but it is what it is. So yeah, you guys, like, comment, subscribe, and y'all be easy. You already know, if you ain't biking, you ain't lifing. I'm gonna put a little bonus clips in this video as well. Yeah. To do what?
But look, I saw that. Look, watch.